Hey, good morning all of you. I hope you all are doing well. This is Poonam Avasthi, your SST teacher. Beta, today in the chapter Life in the Rural Areas, we are going to understand two land revenue systems. One Mehelwari and the next is Rayatwari system. Try to watch the video carefully, and I have differentiated between Mehelwari and Rayatwari. So try to understand it. In case of any doubt, feel free to write to me in the comment box. And yes, this time we are going to discuss in the video about assignment also. So I have added few questions. Questions are very easy, video related and topic related questions are there, but still if you face any kind of problem, what you have to do, first of all, go and watch the video again. Okay, you may have missed some important points, so watch it very carefully once again. Refer the book and try writing the answers. If after doing all of your efforts you are not able to frame answers, then comment me your query. I will definitely get back to your questions. Fine, but I want that my students should try their level test first. Okay, I am always available for you in the comment box, in the web class. So collect your doubts. You can ask in the web class. Else, what can you do? You can write to me in the comment box. But first you have to try. Clear? So watch the video carefully. Today's topic is Mehelwari system and Rayatwari system. And assignment you will definitely get in the description box. So check the description box for the assignment sheet. Okay? And keep on doing the work. So let's begin the topic. Mehelwari system. This system was introduced by Lord William in the year 1833. This system was introduced in Uttar Pradesh, parts of Madhya Pradesh and Punjab. Basically, this system divided the land into mahals. What is mahal? A land which was commonly owned by a group of villages. This is called mahals. Revenue was collected by the village headmen or the village leaders. Revenue demands was not fixed permanently, but it could be revised periodically. It means it is not like permanent settlement system in which revenue was already fixed. In this, revenue demands was not fixed, but it can be revised periodically. So if we'll talk about this, so this is little different from permanent settlement system. Here the revenue is collected by the headmen. Okay, and in the permanent settlement system we studied that the revenue is collected by the zamindars. Clear? In permanent settlement system the revenue was fixed, but here in Mehelwari system it is not fixed and it can be revised periodically as per the situation. Okay, now see Rayatwari system. So this Rayatwari system was devised by Thomas Munro in 1820. This was introduced in the parts of Madras and Bombay presidencies. Under this system, company made a revenue settlement directly with the Ryot. Ryot means peasants. The farmers was recognized as the owner of the land. It means in this Rayatwari system, the land owners were the farmers, the peasants themselves, so that the revenue was paid by them only. Clear? Here the farmer was recognized as the owner of the land, so that the taxes were directly collected by the government from the peasants. Clear? So what we have studied, Ryot means peasants, and this system was instituted in 1820 by Sir Thomas Munro, in which areas, Madras and Bombay areas. Clear? And in this system the peasants or cultivators were regarded as the owners of the land. So can you now recognize that permanent settlement system, Mehelwari system and Rayatwari system, all these three systems are different from each other. So now understand, here in this Rayatwari system beta, the rate of revenue was not permanent. It means it was open to being increased. Whenever Britishers will feel that there is a situation, they can increase the revenue. And here there was no middleman, as it was there in zamindari system, in permanent settlement system. But here there was no middleman, and all the taxes were paid directly by the farmers and peasants. Clear? Now see the difference between Mahalwari and Rayatwari system. Although I have given you the comparison between all the three, but here understand what is the basic difference between Mahalwari and Rayatwari. So under Mahalwari system, the land revenue was collected from the farmers by the village headmen on behalf of the whole village. Under Rayatwari system, the land revenue was paid by the farmers directly to the state. Means here in Rayatwari, farmers and peasants, they were paying all the taxes directly to the government. In Mahalwari system, who is collecting all? Yes, village headman is collecting on behalf of the whole village. This is the difference between these. Now beta, this time I have added an assignment here in which I have added 5 questions. So if you have observed all the videos, that what topics we have covered till now, the questions are related to that only. You can try writing it. You can take the reference of the book. If after watching videos and after taking reference from the book still you are not able to write the answer or find the answer, you can very well comment me. I will give you the correct answer. Now see, question number 1 is, what was the situation in the villages before the advent of the British? So in the beginning, in the first introduction video, I have already told you that villages at that time were self-sufficient units. So what kind of needs of villagers, all the things were produced in the village itself. So you can very well go through to the first part of this video, of this chapter's video, and you would be getting the answer. Next is, why did English East India Company need money? So what was the reason why British East India Company was in the need of money? So what were their areas of work that you are going to describe? It was also in the first part. Why did the system of giving the revenue collection rights to the highest bidder fail? So bidding system, why bidding system was failed? That was also in the particular introduction video. So I would request you, if you are not able to frame answers, so you can watch the video again. Question number 3 is, why did the peasant borrow money from the money lender? So why did the peasant borrow money from the money lender? Because they were in the force, in the pressure of Britishers, of zamindars to pay the revenue. Even if the crop failed, even if any other reason is there, they were forced to pay revenue in time, and revenue was also fixed. This was the reason. What were the main features of permanent settlement system? This was very clearly mentioned in the video. What was the main difference between Mahalwari and Rayatwari system? That we have done in today's video. So you can very well write all the 5 answers, and in case of any doubt, you can anytime comment me. I will definitely get back to you. So today we have done 2 systems, Mahalwari system and Rayatwari system. So now we are done with all the 3. Number 1, we have done permanent settlement system, then Mahalwari system and Rayatwari system. As well, we have completed all the questions from these topics. This is it in the concept. Thank you so much for watching. Keep watching, keep learning.